and welcome to everyone. So, my name is Shivani, and I came to Ayurveda because of my own miseries few years ago when I could not see any escape in western side of the medicine system. And I volunteered to teach breath-based meditation, which is called Sudarshan Kriya, and that has been my lifeline. And in my previous life, I used to be a software engineer, and I really literally see it as my past life, and I'm very happy in my afterlife now. So this is a little bit about myself, and then okay, just bear with. Okay, so I know you all are very curious to find out about what Panchkarma is and how we can get it done very smoothly, very easily. It's not like a taboo. That's what means. I also had a lot of questions in my mind, so I thought it'd be a good idea to share with you all what has been my experience so far. So I'll start with a just a liner chanting. That's what they used to do, all the therapists and doctors used to do when I was there in Bangalore for my treatment. It'll just take a minute. Om Namami Dhanvantarimadidevam सुरासुरैर्वन्दितपादपद्मम् लोके जरारुक् दातारमीशं विविधौषधीनाम् गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. So welcome back. And this small chanting is just we are praying to Lord Dhanvantari, who's the caretaker for our health and happiness. So asking for health, freedom from fear, and death. Okay, so let's get started. And this is the picture you can see on the screen is the Panchkarma center where they do all the therapies, the doctors are, and it's beautifully done, as you can see, very close to nature. At the same time, it has all the modern facilities which you can think of. So Ayurveda for us in layman terms is, if you see the body, it's made out of 5 elements: air, ether or space, water, fire, and earth. Air, ether, fire, water, and earth. So we all are made of these 5 substances. And we have something, it's like looking at these 3 fingers, so they are at different heights. It can be, people who are dominating in Vata. This is fire, the Pitta, and this is Kapha, the earth element. And it is, we are born, when we are born, whatever level these 3 are, we are perfect. There's no problem. And then with our, lifestyle, with food choices and what we do, waking up till late night and not doing the right thing for ourselves, we all, and at some point of time, these, the balance will just go out of the way. And to bring that, so just to maintain that balance is all about, we do in Ayurveda. Ayurveda is all about, your food choices, your lifestyle, how we live our life as an individual. And it was very much integrated in ancient India. The lifestyle was built around that. but we all lost it because of the influence we got from outside. We lost it. So this is nothing but coming back to the basics and staying happy with that, content with that. So that's how Ayurveda helps us to just maintain a good lifestyle and food so that we don't see problems. It's more as a prevention, and it works as a cure for sure. But if we don't do the wrong things to us, maybe we will never, need the cure because we will be able to prevent it. And then comes Panchkarma. Panchkarma is nothing. It's how you are detoxing, by all means, using everything around us, using our own body. We are doing the right thing to be able to take away all the toxins out of the body and the system. And as you can see in this picture, there are five techniques which are used to perform panchkarma, and these fives will not be done for all of us. Yeah, that duty of the doctor is here, depending upon your body type and what imbalances you are facing right now, they will be able to pick any or multiple out of these five. So the first one is the Vamana. Vamana is, as you can see in the picture, it's a bowel cleansing through your mouth. So it will be induced vomiting, and so that they can take out, the toxins can be taken out from the upper part of the body. So that is Vamana. If we go counterclockwise, the second one is Virechana, that is purgation. So to cleanse out the colon, intestine, the purgation method is used. Again, this is all controlled, and I did not have to go through all. So don't be scared of it. You just by the name, don't feel scared. And then comes Nasya. Nasya is cleansing out the nasal passage. So they do some massage, they will put some oil in your nostrils, they'll do some steaming. And in fact, I got to smoke when I was doing this process. So it's all herbal thing. Just, few times you get to inhale that smoke to cleanse the system. And the next one is Vasti. Vasti is oilation of the colon. That is called Vasti. So you will be, I'm not sure how this process is done, but to put oil, it's like enema. So oil enema. Think of it as oil enema with some oil, herbal oils. And then Rakta Moksha is bloodletting. It's nothing else but bloodletting. With that, for that, leech is used. Again, it's a very controlled way. And so it's like, if you're doing something, but it is very much, under supervision, and there are people who know what they're doing. So don't have to be scared about anything. At the same time, Panchakarma is not the only way to go about Ayurveda treatment. So it can, if you work on your lifestyle, you work on your food choices, then some herbs, the Ayurveda doctor can prescribe some herbs or supplements. If you're taking, you're good at taking it diligently, you might not need to go for all these processes. But when you go for Panchakarma, it can be a very fast recovery or fast, you just fast forward the whole thing, because you are in in an environment where food is taken care of, lifestyle is taken care of, and it's an external factor because you're giving that control to somebody. Okay, take care of me. And then comes Panchkarma, because everything is done keeping in mind that how you are built up as your body and what problems you are having, what all you have accumulated over the year, which you want to get rid of. So, and then, so to prepare you to get there for any of the processes, there are few things they are done beforehand. So it'll be, some oil massages, maybe you might have to intake some of the oil or ghee. And so it's all about massage, oilation. So externally, internally, Then, some sweating. Sweating is induced by you will be, you are kind in a steam chamber, but they make sure that you are not exposing your eyes to the heat, because heat is not good for the eyes. So I was very comfortable doing that part, because I know I am under supervision and somebody is there to see what they are doing, and I have to just trust them. That's how I went for it, because I had no clue. I did not get much first-hand experience. I could not speak to anybody. So there was so much in the mind going on. I thought, just let me try, because I was not keeping well for some time. And I think that's how, the path was decided that, okay, I have to go for this. It was a big leap of faith, but I think I got the courage and the strength. Okay, just let me do it, because it cannot be worse than how I'm feeling. How I was feeling a month ago. So if I look back, I feel, I was getting sick back to back, because otherwise it's very easy to lose it, right? Okay, it's vacation time. Maybe I don't have to go these many hardships. I can go somewhere. I can just, eat happily, sleep happily. I don't have to go all these hardships, but it was totally worth going for it. And along with Panchkarma, me and my husband both, we got our eye treatment done. And the eye treatment that being offered is, they have mastered the technique, I would say. So they, again, so there's a doctor who will test your eyes, who will see what all you can take and what all can they do in the time you are, is it's like going with a little bit open mind. Okay, if it takes 10 days, it's okay. If it takes 12 days, it's okay too. So not rushing yourself and not rushing the doctors as well there. So to be prepared. So this is about Panchkarma. And so for me, lot of oil massages with, they call it potless massage. They will create something with cloths. It will have some leaves and some herbs inside and with some oil. So those massages. Then Abhyanga is whole body massage, and Marma technique, which does not include any oil. It is more about cleansing the energy points in the body. So again, these are very ancient techniques, made available for us, and they are beautiful. All of them are beautiful. So for the eye treatment, it was about 8 days, and we all abuse our eyes so much. I felt this is the only way we can do any rejuvenation for our eyes. Otherwise, we just waste it, right? All the time we are looking at something. Sleeping is the only time when we are giving any rest to the eyes. But other than that, no, it's all the time active and working. So they get tired. So they really need some rest. So the process about going for any of these kind of therapies is, it's, I think, boils down to how much you love yourself and how much you prioritize yourself over other things. Otherwise, it's very easy to lose it. So just, if you have a chance, keep it in mind, make an intention. Okay, I want to go, and then, everything will happen. So I live in Bay Area, and from here to Bangalore, there is a direct flight which does not operate on all the weekdays, but, it has, it's run like 3 or 4 times a week. So we chose that, and we landed in Bangalore early morning, and we made the arrangement through the facility. Somebody was there to pick us up at the airport, and without getting into the hustle bustle of the city, we were directly at the place. And it was hard to believe that, okay, we are somewhere away from home, but with all the facilities, and the facilities like top notch, very clean, very professional, and people who are there to serve, they have so much love and care for you. You will be amazed to see that. And the first thing what happened, we landed early morning, and the same day we had to see the doctor for the pulse assessment or the Nadi Pariksha. So the first thing, and you are not supposed to eat anything like 3 hours before that. So somebody called us to remind, okay, you are not supposed to eat after 10 a.m. because 1 p.m. is our Nadi Pariksha or the pulse assessment appointment. I was really surprised and impressed to see that the level of service they are providing. And we went and see the doctor, and the doctor just read our pulse, and without me uttering a single word what I'm going through right now, she just laid out everything in front of me, and I was like, it was little creepy. Okay, how does she know? And but she knew each and everything, that okay, your hip joint does not have a 360-degree movement, and which I thought maybe I just pressed something wrong, or it's just something temporary, but she could see from my pulse that I have some problem in my hip joint. And so things like that, maybe I think, okay, it's happening today. Maybe it's something, I just did not eat something right, or, I did not sleep right, whatever it is. But she could pinpoint each and every issues I was going through. So that was very surprising. Presently, I was really pleasantly surprised. And that gave me the strength, okay, whatever it is, I'll be taken care of. And then they got the blood test done. So somebody came to our room, and somebody, of course, trained in that part. So blood tests were done. And in India, it's very easy. Here, I had to go through extensive blood testing. And for each and every test, they will take some blood out, in a while. But there it was the consolidated thing. They did not have to take, for each and every test, they did not have to take some blood out. It was just one time done. And we got our reports next day, and based upon that, the doctor decided the treatment. And with whatever, because I was little scared that what if what I'm doing right now as my medical treatment, if it have some contradiction with that, or if it does not go well. But they were there to take care of everything. So our treatment plan was done, and every day we will get it by the evening what is scheduled for next day. But if you want to get it changed, it's very easy to. So whatever they could accommodate, whatever request we had, and they were happy to accommodate that. It was pretty high tech. At the same time, there is somebody, human, whom you can talk to. So it's not only the, you have to call, or you have to talk to a machine first, nothing like that. So it was pretty amazing. Yeah. Okay. And then we were there for about 11 days, and the food was amazing. I'll share some pictures then I can talk a little bit more about the place. But so far, if you have any question, I'm happy to answer. Okay. I'll keep going. So, yeah, beautiful places to go around. The place we were staying, it was like a resort, like a resort. It is a resort. And then you have all the whatever you can ask for. Everything was available right there. So the first picture is there is a Gurukul. Gurukul is the ancient school system of India, where kids of all ages, they will live there, they will study all the ancient wisdom and knowledge. So, and it is set up like that. I was walking into a movie set. That's how I felt. All the ages of kids, so younger one are learning from the older ones, and they're chantings, they are doing something very, very beautiful. So it was just amazing to see that kind of atmosphere. And I could not believe I'm there, physically I'm there. So that is the temple inside the Gurukul, the first one. And the second one is the Goshala, where it's a cow shelter. So there are like thousands of cows, and they are well taken care of. The place is very clean. People are just everywhere. They are working throughout that to keep it clean. and beautiful and different variety of cows. I could not stay away. I could not take away my eyes from them. They were so pretty. I never felt that way. But it was really a sight to be. And the third one is again, it's the Gurukul, the
अच्छा,
school
मैं अभी
there.
थोड़ी देर में मीटिंग के बाद देखती हूँ।
Okay, so this is some sightseeing around the place we were, and so let me come to that. So this is the place we were staying. So it's built, the architecture is from Kerala, where all the Ayurveda, I would say, originated from. So it is all very nicely structured, very airy. At the same time, you feel you're very close to nature. So this is both the pictures of the same facility at different time of the day. And then just outside the door, you will have a car waiting for you if you have to go anywhere in that facility, and they will be there to take you and to bring you back. Whatever, you can just call a number and they will be there. And this is the place we were served food. All three meals, morning 8 until evening 9. All three meals, they would serve us in the morning fresh fruits, juices, based upon our doctor's recommendation. So doctor had prepared a meal plan for us, what all we can eat to make the whole thing better. So, and then with so much love, they would serve our plate. It was just so much gratitude I have for that. And it felt like a family. You are there and you are being served the best food, whatever, it can be. So organic, freshly cooked meals. And so that part was very, very well organized. I would love to go back again. I did not want to come back just because of the food. It's so amazing sattvic food, and which is very nourishing, and which feels very right when you eat it, right? So there, this is the restaurant. It's called Panchamrit, and so this is the place where all the therapies are being done. So you can see the walls, they are so nicely painted, and it's very, very scenic, the same time, very peaceful, very authentic. You feel you are, back to the olden times, but all the facilities were very modern. So this is we got to attend some pujas during Navratri. And this is the pictures. And for Navratri, you can see an elephant is standing right outside the temple. There's a Shiva temple, and the fire is on for homas and havan or yagya, whatever you call it. The same time, people are singing bhajans in the back, and all the music instruments they have. It was something beautiful. I had to pinch myself that okay, I'm here. It's not something I'm dreaming. And for Navratri, it's a very auspicious, special time of the year. And for past 2 years, I wanted to go in that time, but somehow my health was not letting me. And both the times we had to cancel our tickets, we could not go. And I can't even blame my husband because I was the one who got sick. So, but this time I did not even realize that it is Navratri time, and we got to attend the beautiful pujas there. So this is that. And they had it, there was a white horse, there was a white cow, there was the cow's baby, and everybody was just outside the temple. And during the puja, they were also offered fruits and vegetables and whatever they can eat. So it was everybody in the harmony was doing this. So this is it's called Vishalakshi Mandap. And every evening they would have a music event or satsang there. And it is situated on a hill, so we could see it from our room. And it is just something, so precious to my heart. So this is, and the pictures don't do justice with the real scenery. So just don't go by that. It is much, much better than this. And about this place, I have put the websites. If you want to take a screenshot, you're welcome to do that, and you will get all the information how to book your stay, how to go about it. So there are two facilities. The first one where I was, it's called Sri Sri Wellbeing Center, where the doctors are there and Panchkarma, all the Panchkarma they offer. Along with Panchkarma, there's eye treatment, and there are osteopaths, people who can help you with pain management techniques, and there are different techniques from all over the world. So the founder, Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, because he travels so much around the globe, whenever he'll find something which can help everybody, he will get the trainer with him, and the trainer will end up training, back there, and people are they can perform those techniques. So there's something from Japan, something for Germany. So all from all over. There were different techniques for pain management, and I felt so much better with the massages. And I had something osteopath doctor. She did few things like a physical therapist, and that immediately I started feeling better. So, yeah, so these two, and the second one is the Ayurveda hospital. So, there's a full-fledged hospital, and they have a facility you can go live there. And it is also beautiful, very beautifully located amongst the nature. So, it's very nice. I had gone to check it out, and they have all the specialized departments there, or many doctors. So, the all the scanning, tests, blood tests, mammograms, you name it, ultrasound, everything is there. So the doctors would use the all these facilities to diagnose, and for treatment they will offer the Ayurveda way. So that is the killer combination, I would say. It's really good. So, and this is all about detox, right? We want to take out all the toxins we have in the body, whatever way we can, right? So, you can do very easy detox. You can start right at home. Maybe, start 2 days of khichdi diet. Julia has done that, so Julia can share maybe little later, little bit about it. But having a khichdi diet for a couple of days, and you see the difference in yourself. And breath work, pranayam. So these things are really, really powerful if you do. And after a certain age, I think all of us, we become very sensitive to our body and mind. We know what's happening. So if we do something which is working for us, we see the impact immediately. So do breath work, do pranayam, learn Sudarshan Kriya. If you have learned it, and if you're not practicing, please start practicing to form the journey to get to the maybe more extensive detox. And go for silence retreat. Silence retreat is something where you're meditating, you are in silence, and you're eating right. You're eating, plain, simple food, which is really good for your system to be able to detox. And you are doing all those right things. You are waking up little early in the morning, doing some yoga, you are meditating uh, during the day, and it is really, really helpful. So it means if you cannot plan to go all the way to India to get it done, you can get started right here. So these retreats are offered here online, in person. In fact, our founder, Art of Living's founder, Shishi Ravi Shankar, he'll be here in July, Bay Area, in San Jose Convention Center. And so, in his presence, you can do silence retreat, you can learn Sudarshan Kriya, you can learn meditation. And this is I would say it's a golden opportunity for any of us who can do it here locally, because he's coming after many years here, and he'll be facilitating these courses. So why not learn from the best? So try to plan. So July 2nd to July 6th are the dates, and whomsoever is interested, I'm happy to share the details. And this is my information if you want to make a note of it. So everything about me is here. And those who are not part of my WhatsApp group, if you want to join, You can use the QR code or have my email, phone number, everything is here. So I'll keep it short. So from my side, I think I have talked enough, but I'm happy to answer any question you guys might have. Feel free to unmute yourself and ask.
Hi, Shivani. Can I ask a question here?
Sure, Swati, I have a condition. Switch on your camera.
Yeah,
Hmm.
actually.
Thank you. Ha.
Yeah, so my question is, can you give little more insight about Panchkarma? Is it, so I understand it's for detoxification, but do you need to tell them when you go that what your ailment is, or it can be just like a maintenance process?
Either way, right? Because we want to means we want to maintain what we have
Mm-hmm.
and we want to get what we don't have, right? So we want to get cured at the same time we want to maintain. So it is used for, because in Ayurveda, always the root cause is attacked. Means attacked means is handled. It's not about the symptoms. Because everybody can different, the symptoms can be very different. It maybe me and you can be the same body type, maybe it is the same imbalances, but symptoms would be very different. So it's a very unique approach. So I did not have to utter a single word. The doctor could put out everything right there, and then she asked me if you have any question, but I did not have any question because she had already laid out everything.
And how I think you did mention that there's nothing to be afraid of. And of course, all the doctors they know what they're doing. But still, as a first timer, what to expect? Like sometimes people say, oh, you can have diarrhea for a couple of days, which can be really overwhelming for someone who is not really into Ayurveda yet.
It can be hard for anybody, even if you are in Ayurveda, Swati. So it's just that if you know why it is happening, right? That is very important. Because if you get diarrhea all of a sudden and you can't see the reason, then it can scare you. But if you know it can happen, then it is okay to, bear it for a day or two. And I'm sure, it's not going to prolong. It's not, it'll be very short if there is any. But just creating those limitations in our mind, we make them so big, right?
Yeah,
So,
that yeah.
yeah. Yeah. So I had all those, thoughts and fear and whatever you call it to start with, even if I've been following Ayurveda, but this was my first experience as well. So, but I was very amazed to see because as I told you, because of my pre-existing conditions and Rahul, my husband's pre-existing conditions, the doctor they were playing very safe. They would not do anything which might hurt you.
Mhm.
So that's what she said, that we will, start slow because we want you to have a good experience. We don't want you to suffer and then you make this mental block in you that, okay, this thing is not for me. And you don't, follow it through or you don't come back again. So that's how I look at it. So don't be scared. And everybody's reaction is very different to things. And they are doing it in a very controlled environment. So, what happened? It was, I think, midway for me, about fifth day, I woke up with a lot of congestion. And
Mhm.
I was having this issue before going, so I freaked out that day. And I thought, I'm done. I'm just going to leave today. I'm done. So I canceled whatever treatment was planned that day. I canceled everything. I went to see the doctor that I can't take it. I have to leave. And it was just some mild congestion. And for you, it might not be big. Now I think about it, I laugh on myself. But that day I really freaked out. But then she explained that the process we did the previous day, we took a risk to see how you react to it. But we were doing the antidote, so it does not get, worse. And she explained that day and she said, we will not do it again because we just wanted to see if you feel better with this or you are, we are making it worse. So they were doing Nasya, so they took this risk. Okay, let's do this massage. Maybe she can handle it. But then I was okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm.
Um, I had a question, Shivani.
Mhm.
So you were there for how long? Around 10 days?
I was there for 11 days. Yeah.
Okay. And then how did you decide that you need to, like you had mentioned, I saw two links, right? One
Huh.
was the wellness one and the other one was the hospital. So how did you decide which one you should be
Yeah,
going
so
to?
I just, asked somebody who had been there, and
Hmm.
she said, Panchkarma Center would be better place for you. And I
Okay.
just took the advice. I went and I could see what was the reason. So this is a resort style living. So you don't feel you are sick or you are, doing the treatment. It is like, the treatment center is right there. But hospital is, full-fledged hospital, and there,
Hmm.
there are people who are sick, right? Here people
Yeah,
are more for maintenance. But
got it.
there I'm sure people, and they have their specialized departments in the hospital.
Hmm.
I would say, you can go to either place, you would not regret. But you may start with, the Panchkarma Center. And if you have something specific, the doctor would definitely refer you to go to the hospital to check it out. So
Okay.
we went to see a dentist to the hospital. That's how, we visited the hospital.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how many months in advance did you decide that you
Two
wanted to?
days.
Oh, 2 days.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in case like last few times, like you said, you mentioned that you canceled, right? Because you felt sick. So did they like all like your booking money and all, were they
Yeah, yeah. That's
able
how
to
we
move it
use the
forward?
money.